joining us in Noche La NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Let's take a look at Dallas. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course the Suns, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for Dallas, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And Great DA, thanks. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. We've got Booker. Check Diallo is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Turner. And it's Johnson in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Now the pass to Diallo. Booker outside. Drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Brunson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Johnson kicks to Booker. Pass to Ayton. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Ayton against Marjanovic. Johnson outside. 4 on the clock. To the inside. Diallo. Goes back up. And Ayton with the layup.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
And all the tools that made DeAndre Ayton the top pick in the 2018 draft already, Doris, on display at the start of his NBA career.
You know what, Kevin? People wanted to knock DeAndre Ayton for his defense, which wasn't horrific, but they forgot about all the things he can do. Let's remember, he's a great screener in the pick and roll. He can shoot from range. He's got incredible instincts with an incredible physicality to his game. Don't talk about the defense. Ayton too good on the offensive end.
Pass to Johnson. 6 to shoot. With the teardrop.
You have to love the mindset of Porzingis trying to contest every shot he can. Plays with so much energy.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Diallo the pass to Turner. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Booker against Hardaway. And the dunk by Porzingis.
He's still filling out that frame, but the greyhound physique of Porzingis well suited to transition play.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Johnson, a wide open look. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
This guy's so good at the catch-and-shoot game. Tyler Johnson has tremendous lift off the floor. He's going to get a good look.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Kaminsky. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do, find his open teammates.
Kleba kicks to Finney-Smith. Puts it up from 7, and another basket for Dallas.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Suns trail by 7. Saric outside. Right with the double team. Bridges passes to Booker. And there's the foul. It'll go on Lee. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Saric against Porzingis. Inside, here's Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Courtney Lee. Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Saric passes to Booker. From deep three-point range, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Suns, Bridges out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Kaminsky. And it's Saric in at the 3, the small forward.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
Passes it to Baines. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Booker looking around. Fires from deep. And Curry pulls it down. Mavericks leading by 3.
And one thing that's been plaguing the Suns for years, undisciplined play.
Greg, I think that shows up most typically in your bottom of the league in turnovers and personal fouls, both categories 7 years running. When you're at a competitive disadvantage in terms of talent and experience, you can't afford to make those mistakes.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Brokoff passes to Kleba. Dallas moving it around. Curry can't get it to go.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Saric and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Curry, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Booker against Barea. Floats one, and with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Devin Booker.
This guy has so many shots up his sleeve. Devin Booker loves to go with that floater when it's presented to him.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Doncic is checked in for J.J. Barea. Phoenix also making some changes. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Damian Jones comes in for Frank Kaminsky. And Turner's subbed in for Dario Saric. Booker against Curry. Booker outside. Offensive rebound. Out to Turner. Doncic with the steal. Brokoff passes to Curry. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. And there's the pass to Brokoff. Here's Doncic. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Doris, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, two guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They're thrilling, I would agree. The Suns have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Dallas making a switch here. White's checked in. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks, he can be special.
Over to the left wing. Now, here's Ayton. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland.
And don't make a mistake, the 3 blocks had a huge impact on the game as well. It really turned the game in their favor.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Turner. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Lee in for Hardaway. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for the Suns. Bridges passes to Ayton. Over Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the upside for Ayton was always present. But Doris, were you surprised at how polished he was as a rookie?
Not at all, because DeAndre Ayton has got a big-time offensive game. This guy can finish with the best in the league right at the cup. You know he's dynamic on the offensive end, and this guy's only going to add strength and get better on the defensive end.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And Turner kicks to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. On the wing, Turner. And here is Bridges. Guarded by Doncic. And again, it's the Suns missing.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
What you love is how complete a player Kristaps Porzingis is. There is a variety of ways with which he can score it.
Right against Johnson. Ayton, the pass to Bridges. Johnson against Wright. Just 5 to shoot. From 13, the Mavericks pull it in. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage, Greg. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
On the wing, Johnson. Over Wright. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been playing extremely well lately. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Now Brunson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one. Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Pass to Porzingis. Takes the 13-footer. Second shot opportunity. And Marjanovic with the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Passes it to Diallo. With some arc. Great D that time from Hardaway. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Johnson, the pass to Turner. Ayton against Marjanovic. Ayton kicks to Johnson. There's the pass to Diallo. Johnson dishes to Booker. No good with the triple.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Ryan Brokoff's checked in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Kaminsky comes in for Diallo. And Dario Saric subbed in for Johnson. Back to Turner. Out to the wing. And it's Kaminsky at the elbow. Turner looking around. Phoenix, no good that time either. Mavericks leading by 15. Here's Barea. And he banks in the layup.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Saric. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Barea against Booker. Over Barea. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the board, but it just feels a lot bigger. Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Phoenix calls timeout. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for him. Jones checked in for Phoenix. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
And the shot goes in. 50 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Finney-Smith. Barea against Booker. Barea kicks to Curry. Brokoff passes to Barea. Here's Powell. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Powell's got his 2nd basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Outside, Jones. We've got 22 seconds left in the 3rd. Kaminsky with the bounce pass. Shoots a fader, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
This is a shot Dario Saric can make in his sleep. Give him the mid-range, he'll knock it down.
Knocks it loose. Kaminsky, the pass to Booker. It could go, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Dallas up by 15. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Suns, Check Diallo is out there with Saric. And it's Tyler Johnson. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Jones in at the center, filling out the middle.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Back to Johnson. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And Booker kicks to Johnson. Suns moving the ball around. That's tipped. Lee outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Lee is just so clever at how he gets defenders to go up into him.
The free throw drops for Lee. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Wright. Andre Ayton's checked in for Phoenix. Turner comes in for Saric. Turner passes to Diallo. Lee against Booker. 13 feet away. Drained for 2 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And stolen by Diallo. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Porzingis. And no good that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Doubled by Lee. And Turner kicks to Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Brunson. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
Pass to Diallo. He kicks it to Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing. Mavericks leading by 19 points. And Doncic, here we go, in the dunk by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Timeout called, the Suns. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220 doors. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
And the Suns miss again.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Here's Johnson. It's blocked.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Well, Phoenix shooting around 40% from the floor here.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus. Well, just it's easy to say this guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Jalen Brunson. And the Suns making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in. For 3, Bridges, and he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 3. Here's Carter. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
8 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jerome. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw.
These are so like cold nights. 'Cause I maneuver through the like a bottle full of metal mucil in a body that's used to being. And most consumers, they view me as